In the career of every professional fighter, there comes a moment of collision with such a phenomenon as defeat in the ring. Someone this defeat can knock out for many months from the career of a professional fighter, and someone, on the contrary, becomes only stronger. Andy Hoke was one of those fighters who could not be broken by defeat, if it happened by the decision of the refereeing or by a heavy knockout. In the previous video, were called the 5 most important victories in Andy Hoke's career. In this video clip you will see 5 of the heaviest defeats of the Blue-Eyed Samurai, which only made him stronger. Make yourself a cup of tea, sit back and get ready to watch this video. The first fight. Andy Hoke vs Patrick Smith. K1 Grand Prix 94, Quarterfinals. In 1994, in the quarterfinals of the K1 Grand Prix 94 tournament, a little-known fighter from the USA, Patrick Smith, entered the ring against Andy Hoke himself, who was one of the favorites of this tournament after defeating Branko Cikatic. Already in the first seconds of the fight, Patrick sent Andy into a knockdown with the first series of blows, after which the Blue-Eyed Samurai instantly got to his feet. The referee gives the command to the fighters to continue the fight and Patrick again brings down a hail of blows on Hoke, sending Andy into the second knockdown with a powerful right uppercut. The referee, who intervened in the fight, tries to stop the fight to count Andy's knockdown, but Patrick strikes Hoke with a right cross, which threw him onto the ring floor. The referee waves his arms, stopping the fight, and Patrick is really happy about the victory over the main favorite of the tournament. 6 months later, Hoke returned the debt to his abuser by knocking out Patrick Smith in the first round at the K1 Revenge tournament. The second fight. Andy Hoke vs Mike Bernardo. K1 Revenge 2. A year after the fight with Patrick Smith, Hoke faced a new big obstacle in his career. We are talking about Mike Bernardo, who had a weight of 110 kilograms and a height of 193 centimeters at the time of 1995. In 1994, Mike was defeated by Jerome LeBanner in his debut K1 fight, and was considered a good boxer rather than a versatile kickboxer. However, Mike dispelled all doubts about him by knocking out Andy Hoke himself twice. The second victory over the Blue-Eyed Samurai took place at the K1 Revenge 2 tournament. Mike, teasing and dancing the whole fight, knocked out Hoke in the second round. A year later, Hoke, in his characteristic manner, returned the debt to Mike, having dealt with him in the final of the K1 Grand Prix 96. The third fight. Andy Hoke vs Peter Aerts. K1 Kings 97. Peter Aerts become another test of strength for the Blue-Eyed Samurai. In 1997, at the K1 Kings 97 tournament, Andy Hoke met Peter Aerts as part of a super fight, and was defeated in the first round, missing a powerful uppercut and a left knee blow. After 8 months, the fighters met each other again in the semifinals of the K1 Grand Prix 97 tournament. In this tough fight, Andy Hoke was able to avenge his defeat by defeating Peter Aerts by unanimous decision of the refereeing. The fourth fight. Andy Hoke vs Francisco Filho, K1 Dream 97. In 1991 in Tokyo at the 5th Kyokushin World Open, Andy Hoke was defeated by a fighter from Brazil, Francisco Filho. Filho sent Andy to the hardest knockout with a left high kick, after which the Swiss was quickly carried away on a stretcher. 6 years later, Andy Hoke and Francisco Filho met each other again at the K1 Dream 97 tournament. In the second fight with a longtime rival, Hoke again suffered a setback. In the first round, Filho struck a counter right hook, which fell exactly on the chin of Hoke, who was sprawled on the floor of the ring a second later. The fifth fight. Andy Hoke vs Peter Aerts. K1 Grand Prix 98. In 1998, the Blue-Eyed Samurai again reached the final of the K1 Grand Prix 98. In the final, Hoke was opposed by a longtime rival from the Netherlands, Peter Aerts, with whom Hoke had already met in the ring 3 times. Aerts, who was defeated twice by Andy Hoke, that evening did not plan to lose the opportunity to become the K1 Grand Prix champion of 98. In the first round, the Dutch lumberjack sent Andy to the heaviest knockout with a left high kick, becoming the owner of the champion belt and a check for a substantial sum of money. You have seen the 5 heaviest defeats in the career of the legendary Andy Hoke, who left this world on September 7, 2000. Despite heavy defeats by knockout, Andy Hoke firmly inscribed his name in the history of martial arts, becoming one of the brightest Kyokushin karate fighters. In the next video, we will remember how Bernardo stopped all his rivals in the first round at the K1 World Grand Prix 2000 in Fukuoka. Good luck!